Off-page SEO. You already know how important it is when you're trying to increase your Google rankings. It helps Google robots understand how credible your website is and its content, so it can understand where to rank you in organic search results. So hi, this is Vishal Kali from Passion Marketing, and in this SEO tutorial, I'm going to give you a step-by-step explanation of what off-page SEO is and how you can improve it for your website. And as you watch the tutorial, let me know in the comments about which step in the off-page SEO guide you will be implementing it today and which step you did not understand and you want to learn more about, so I can create a separate video. So let's learn SEO and more about off-page SEO. Alright, so let's start our SEO tutorial on off-page SEO. So as you remember from the previous videos, we talked about three things, right? So the first thing is Google needs to know if your web page or website even exists. So that's where the technical SEO comes through. Then it needs to figure out what your page or your website or your blog post is about. So that's where the on-page SEO comes through. And now if it knows what your page is about, it knows your website exists. Now it needs to understand like how credible is your website or your blog post. So that's where all the activities you do under off-page SEO, that's where it will come through. So off-page SEO is basically a combination of all the activities you as a marketer would do away from your website in order to improve your search engine rankings. So what does that mean is, that means with off-page SEO, your goal is to accumulate positive signals and brand interactions. So Google knows that your content is credible, your website is credible, and you do that by external link building, positive reviews, building your brand authority, and so forth. And the benefit of that is you will build your brand credibility, you build your domain authority, your page authority, and Google will start ranking your site a little bit more because now it knows that the content you're putting out is actually credible, your website is credible, your website has a domain authority in a particular area. So for example, if you are writing about makeup tips for acne removal or how to remove acne from your face, and all the articles you're writing about is on that topic, and the signals that you are generating off-page SEO, that whenever people are writing about positive reviews that link to your site, that's where link building comes in. Your brand is getting more authority that this brand actually knows, or this blog actually knows more about acne removal. And as you start building that authority, you will get a huge benefit in SEO, right? So these are the main things you got to look into in your mind when you're doing off-page SEO. So the number one thing is the links. So that's where the backlinks, link building, deep linking, external link comes through. So we're going to go through this thing like step by step. Second part is the domain and page authority, which means like how credible or how authoritative your domain is. Domain means your main website or your main blog. And then page authority is how authoritative your page is, which page would be your individual blog post or your individual product page. And I also wanted to mention like these four things, that they also have an indirect effect on off-page SEO. So bounce rate, dwell time, domain age, anchor text. We covered these in detail in the previous tutorial where I tell you what exactly these things mean. So I'm going to throw a link to that tutorial in the description. But how does bounce rate work? So bounce rate, as you recall, bounce rate was that somebody searched for a particular query. So let's say somebody searched for 10 ways to do acne treatments at home, and they landed on your web page. And if they didn't like the content within 2 to 3 seconds, they bounced back to Google and then they clicked on the link below in the search. That is considered bounce rate. So which to Google, that signals them that somebody landed on your page, they didn't like the content, which means that somebody searched for acne treatment, and what you provided them, the content you provided them, was not relevant or maybe was not credible, and then the user bounced back. So that is a negative signal. So you want to reduce your bounce rate so that when people land on your page, they actually consume your content, and that will actually be a positive signal to Google that this is actually a good page. Dwell time is basically the time people spend on your page. So let's say somebody, same example, somebody is searching for acne treatments, they land on your page, and then they spent 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes consuming that content. And dwell time is the amount of time they have spent on that page. So that gives Google a positive signal that this content is actually credible, that people like it, they've consumed it, which is good. So in order for you to increase your off-page SEO, in order to build your brand, build your domain and page authority, you're actually increasing your dwell time. Domain age, there's not much you can do. Domain age is just how long your domain has existed. So for example, CNN or harvard.edu, stanford.edu, these domains have existed for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. So they have more authority because it says that this domain has been in existence for a while, versus I started a domain today, let's say vishal.com, it will have much less value. Anchor text is basically like what keyword or anchor people are using to link to you back to your blog post. So let's say if you have written a blog post on 10 ways to treat acne at home, somebody else is writing an article similar and they link back to your article, and which word they use to link it back to you, that is the anchor text. So if people are using generic anchor text, or are they using the actual keyword that could be part of the query, so that also has a positive effect if the anchor text is relevant to what your article is about. So keep these in mind. They're indirectly affected, but the main thing that works for your off-page SEO is literally this part right here. So we're going to cover the first one in this video. So let's look at links. So backlinks are simply the links to your website that are placed on other websites and blogs, which basically means other websites linking to you. Those are backlinks. And why do you need more number of backlinks? So think about this way, that how does Google know that your content is good? So each link pointing to your site, so let's say if we look at this graph, so this is your main website, or this could be your main blog post. So as other people are linking to your article or linking to your product page, each link is considered as a vote, as a thumbs up. So the more links you have pointing to your main homepage or your blog post, it's considered as a vote. And the second part is, depends on who votes for you, that gives it gives them more credibility. So for example, let's say a link is coming from Twitter. So if CNN links to your site, or if Vogue links to your site or tweets about your article, that link will have much more weightage versus let's say vishal.com. I keep using my name as an example, but let's say if I had a Twitter account which barely has 10,000 followers, and if my account links to you, it will have less weightage. So the thing about weightage is, both people linking to you, the link coming from Vogue might have a weightage of from 0 to 100, might have a weightage of, let's say 90. Vishal.com linking to you, let's say if it's a brand new site, might have a weightage of 10. So if better sites, more sites who have existed for a longer time, they link back to you, will have much more credibility versus somebody who's not that popular. So links, number of links is important, and person linking to you is very important. And that's where that website's domain authority and page authority comes into handy, and we're going to look at that in a few seconds. So these are the tools you can use to see, let's say your site has existed and you don't know who's actually linking to you. And you can also look into which people are linking to your competitors. So these are the three tools that I use. One is called Monitor Backlinks.com, Ahrefs, or Moz. So let's look at each of these tools in a second, right? So first one we're going to look at is Monitor Backlinks. So it basically tells you, so if you go to monitorbacklinks.com, scroll all the way on the bottom, and here it says backlink checker. You click on that, and now here you can enter your URL. So let's see what Zara has for our sake. So you click on Zara, you click on check now. So here it gives you a quick overview, right? So it tells you total number of backlinks that Zara has is 4.5 million, which means 4.5 million links are pointing back to Zara. These are unique domains. So domain could be, say vishal.com or harvard.edu.com, stanford.edu.com, Vogue. To each URL is a unique domain. So 50,000 different domains are providing about 4.5 million links. This gives you index URL, trust flow, so you don't have to worry about the rest of this part here. So these two things are kind of important to you, because what you eventually want is you want more domains linking to you, and you want more number of links. And when you scroll down, it tells you what it is. So it gives you there. So number one link, like refinery.com, is linking to this URL, which is Zara trousers, this one. So as you scroll down, it gives you information like which site is linking to that particular brand and what is the anchor text. So right now here, the anchor text is the actual link to the trousers. Here, the anchor text is actually a brand name. So let me see if we can click on this and does it take me there? No, I think that might be the paid version. So and you can see it gives you register to view more, of course. They want you to buy and then you can actually view it. So another site that I really like is called moz.com. So moz.com/research-tools/OSE, which is Open Site Explorer. Or you can, once you land on moz.com, you can actually even go here. So if you go to moz.com, you will scroll all the way on the bottom and it says Backlink Research. You click on that and it opens you to Open Site Explorer, same thing. So here you can also put in, like this is Zara.com. And this gives you a little bit more information versus what we got for from Monitor Backlinks. And here it tells you, their domain authority, page authority, will come back to that. And it tells you, here you can also see which sites are linking. So it tells you Harper Bazaar is linking to Zara.com and their page authority and domain authority is this. So this is what I was talking about. Remember when we discussed here that you want links from the sites that are credible, and for Google, it looks at which site has a higher domain authority. That link coming from that site with higher domain authority will have higher weightage versus a link coming from a site with lower domain authority. So basically means when you come here, you can see, so Harper Bazaar has a higher domain authority of 84, which is pretty good. Then you have another site called Marina Bay Sands, it has 72, which is not bad. 89, Investopedia.com, 89, which is really good. At 99, New York Times, that site is so popular, has existed forever. Their domain authority is 99. So if you're getting a link from New York Times versus getting a link from some other site has a domain authority that, let's say that is 20 or 30, this one link from New York Times will have so much high weightage versus getting like 10 links from sites that have domain authority of 20. So the way you want to research on this one too, so they give you much more data, but then they want you to sign up for the free trial. So the way you want to do this thing is, let's say if you're starting out and you want to build your links, rather than typing your own name, type the URLs of your competitors and see which other domains are linking to your competitor, and then start writing down the links they're getting from the pages that have high domain authority, which is DA. And then when you write a similar article, so let's say you wrote an article on acne treatments and your competitor also wrote an article on acne treatments, and New York Times is linking to their article and they give you 10 ways to cure acne treatment and your article is 50 ways to cure acne treatments. Then you can reach out to New York Times and say, hey, you have already linked to this particular article which talks about 10 ways to reduce acne treatments. My article talks about 50 ways. Would you care sharing the link to this article in your existing article as well? And you send these type of requests or emails to probably like 100 different people, and maybe 5 or 6 will actually respond back or tweet or link to them, and that's just how it works. So your goal is to get links from sites that have higher domain authority, right? So that is very, very important. So use these tools like Ahrefs. I think they only give you the paid version now, so I should probably remove this, but Moz and Monitor Backlinks should work pretty well for you. So deep linking. So deep linking is making a hyperlink that points to a specific page or an image on a website. So for example, if somebody is linking to your homepage, that's just regular link. But deep linking is if people are linking to a particular product page, particular image on your site. Maybe you have a particular blog page that talks about these things, or you have a particular information that people are linking to. So those are deep links, and the more deep links you have, the better it is. So your goal is to get more as you can. So when Google looks at the links, how does it evaluate the value of external links? So these are the 10 things, I believe there are 10 total, that Google looks for when it's evaluating the value of the links. So one, it looks at for freshness of the link, which means the person pointing, did you receive this link within last year, or did you receive this link like 5 years or 10 years ago? So the fresh the link is, the better it is. Number two is, where is the link coming from? So is it that is the website who's linking to you, let's say New York Times that we talked about, is New York Times linking to you from their homepage or their blog post page or the sidebar or their terms of sale. So if somebody's linking from your home, somebody's linking to you from their home page, that link will have much more credibility versus somebody linking from their post page, and almost no point in having somebody link from your terms of sales page. So where the link is coming from has much higher credibility. So does the link appears naturally versus forced? So you want the link to appear naturally, which means when somebody's writing a blog post, your link to your blog is part of the natural flow of the blog post. It doesn't look like this somebody put it in the comment section, or somebody put it as on the bottom that says references, and then that's where they put the link in. That might not have much credibility versus somebody just linking to you from their blog post that, hey, I am talking about these things, but check out this post written by blogger A on 10 ways to cure acne, and that link will have much value. So domain authority and page authority of the linking site, as we talked about in this thing. So some website who have higher domain authority, when they link to you, that link will have higher weightage versus somebody has a lower domain authority and then they link to you. Another look for is contextual links. So it means links appearing from the blog post are valued more versus link appearing from the sidebars. So as we talked about before, if somebody is linking from your blog post, it means they are linking to the content, they like the content, and the content is relevant to the blog post they are writing. That link will have better impact on your off-page SEO versus somebody just linking you from the sidebars or from the references on the bottom. So link diversity. Links of one type can be considered spam. Example, if one site is linking to you and uses the same keyword for 10 links to the same post or homepage, that might be considered as a spam. And number of domains, so this is very important too. So number of domains linking to you. So you need a diversity of sites linking to you versus getting 20 links from one site. So as we looked at this tool, right? So we were here. So we looked at, it says, so Zara was getting 4.5 million links from 51,000 websites. So if I can even get lesser number of links, but I can get from like 100,000 websites or 100,000 unique names, or maybe 200,000 unique domains, those links will have higher value versus getting more links from the same website. So you want a more diversity of unique domains, because that considers that the power of the crowd, that more people are saying this is valuable content, it actually has better value than one person saying it 10 times. Right? So this is very critical. And social signals. So I'm going to quickly glance on how social signals are considered as part of off-page SEO. So tweets, since Twitter's API is accessible to Google, so when people tweet about you and the link you get from Twitter, it actually carry more weightage. So popular Twitter versus FB accounts. So if the Twitter account is popular, so for example, CNN versus Justin Bieber, Rihanna, if they tweet about your link to your webpage, that will have much higher weightage versus somebody who's a local San Francisco blogger who doesn't have many followers, their account is not popular, them linking to you. So you want to have a popular Twitter account linking to you. Facebook likes, since Google can see those because Facebook is an enclosed platform, so Facebook likes, it's likely that Google receives it as a weak ranking signal. It doesn't give it that much importance because Google doesn't have access to it yet. Maybe in the future it does, that things could change. Facebook shares, so similar to backlinks, if more people are sharing and your data. So since a lot of time, if you go to a website, like let's say techcrunch.com or vogue.com, it tells you how many people have shared this on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. So that shared information Google can potentially receive, since likes are only relevant within Facebook, so that's why Google doesn't have access to it. But shares, since they have number of shares are shown on a website, could be any other blog, so Google can access those shares. So more number of Facebook shares or LinkedIn shares will actually have a higher, stronger influence on your off-page SEO. And Pinterest, of course, when somebody pins your particular page, that has much higher value, so you want to get more and more pins from other people. And it also goes, all this stuff also goes with, if you want to have a popular account sharing your Facebook popular Facebook account sharing your link, and a popular Pinterest account sharing your link, that will have a higher weightage than anything else. So this is kind of gives you a quick tutorial or quick overview of what off-page SEO is, so at least you have a little feel for when you start working on this. And in the next videos, I'm going to deep dive into the link building strategies, that now you understand that what link building is and how it is and why it is important for your off-page SEO. But how do you build links? What are the link building strategies? And we're also going to cover the domain authority and page authority, like what exactly does it mean, how does it affect, and what can you do to increase your domain and page authority to affect your off-page SEO. So hi, this is Vishal Kalia from Fashion Marketing, and if you like our SEO tutorial on off-page SEO, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any particular question on which things you want to use for your off-page SEO and something you're struggling with, please feel free to ask them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to respond. So thank you very much for your time and have an awesome day.